Hello, Tara here. I'm going to tackle one of these older sketches from the Christie's Beautiful Life series from number 11, day 31, and this will be my last one for this one. So I'll have actually completed my first series. So, because that's when I joined in. I'm going to use a this was a game night page kit from Not Just for Boys. These are the items that came with it, but then I've added in, I also got this, so it's using the Simple Stories Family Fun, the chipboard stickers, and the Family Fun bits and pieces. So I picked up the sticker sheet to go along with it. I'm also going to use one of the Scrap and Happy Studio Flair, canvas Flair. This one says documenting this day. And I've kind of pulled out what I wanted off of this and off of these. Just trying to get a little bit of planning done ahead of time. So, it's a 2-page sketch. I am just going to do this side, and I only have one photo. So what I'm going to do is these 2x2 photos, I'm assuming those are meant to be photos, I'm going to use pattern paper in place of that, and then just, so basically kind of lay out what's here with pattern paper, and then I'll just plunk the photo down, maybe here-ish. And I'm going to use one of my new letter dies, I think. I think I have to run them through twice. It's going to be a little bit of a trial and error deal because I'm not 100% sure. So we'll see how that goes. So it looks like, and I should say it's by Sarah's Pretty Paper. It looks like she's alternated the mats, so it's like dark then light, and then this one is light then dark, dark light. So I kind of figured out my measurements ahead of time, and I think what I'm gonna do is, I think it's this one as the background with the gray on top as a mat, and I'll gut my background paper, and then so for I didn't get this far. For the 2x2 squares, what I'm gonna do is on the back of this, once I gut it out, I'm gonna cut a 2x2 square using kind of this diamond as the center of it, and I kind of figured it out, and I will have enough to do 9. So that will be the centerpiece. And then, oh, I know what I was going to do. So I was going to use this as the darker piece, and this as the lighter piece. And then this will be laying inside with this around the edges. So pretty neutral. I just noticed that this edge has faded, so I must have had this edge up and sitting somewhere where the sun got at it. Luckily, we're going to trim that off, so good enough. I've had this kit for a while. I can't even remember what the date is on it, but it's one of the first ones I maybe bought from them. And then I don't know what to do color-wise for the title letters. That's my only thing. Oh, and then, so I'm going to use these as like little, basically bases for embellishment clusters. So then I've got all these little bits pulled, and I thought I can make little, like, that type of thing, or this, you know, I've got all these bits here, and I'm just going to call it Movie Day. The photo is from, so last year, just over a year ago, when Will and his girlfriend got finished up for the year with their exams, they went in and they actually saw 2 different movies in one day. That was kind of a movie day fun. Just before they started working, they wanted to take advantage of a day to just kind of relax, you know what I mean? And so that's what they did. So I'm going to trim this down to 11¼ by 11¼ and then this one I did have it figured out. So I did have it figured out. Now I'm thinking again. Is that so? I want 2 strips of this at 9¼ by 3½. So 3½, 9¼ Hope I figured these out right. I guess we're all gonna find out. 9¼ and then 1 at 2½ by 7. I think these only had to be okay. Let's do, and that one's for sure right, so let's do him. That'll be 7 by 2½. Wait, what? I have messed something up. Okay, so it's gonna go like this, right? So this, and we want a 2½ square in the middle of each of those. So did I figure this one out right? 2, yeah, that one should be right. So this should be just 1/4 inch, sorry, 1/2 inch bigger because we want a 1/4 inch border. So 7½ by 3. So these should only be 3 inches high. Which would make these 2½ inches high. And 9¼ 8¾ long. Like so. Okay, and I've got this guy. And I usually leave 1.5 inches as a border. If I'm short on paper, I'll just leave an inch, but I like to have a little bit of an extra margin to attach to, so it's not too loosey-goosey. And if I have to go a little bit, if I have to go with the 1 inch, I usually will then back it with like a spare piece of paper. So let's see how we're looking. I'm not going to do all this on camera because that's kind of boring, but just thought I'd show you my thought process. So this is going to go like this, 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 and then, so if we want to figure, yeah, so the way I'm going to do it on my trimmer is I'm going to line up this row of diamonds underneath the 1 inch mark. So, oh my gosh, there's a bird at the window, and the cat is like banging on the window. The tail is just going. Okay, so then that centers that, and then I should have the right space, or the right amount that I can get 3 squares out of there with the diamond in the middle. And then I hadn't really made up my mind if I wanted to distress these papers or ink them. And I think that for these to show up in the dark paper, I kind of have to distress, I think is best. I won't distress the white cardstock, but I will distress, and then these will go here. And then I kind of spaced it out so as if there was going to be an extra one there. And then that will be filled with some kind of little, so on here it's showing two tags. So this will be covering some of these blocks, but we could use, say, this one at the bottom. Or I might put it at the top because I don't like that white against the white. Okay. Oh, these birds. These birds have been crazy this year for bashing into the windows. I don't know what has gotten into them. About that. Got this, but then I do want something. And then, like I said, gonna have like this type of thing on the, kind of spread around on the little, got some tickets, I've got popcorn, movie and munchies. I'm gonna have to play with those a little bit just to decide where they need to go. But and I gotta figure out, I want something else to ground that. Oh, and then we had to figure out a title. So I want something that's gonna show up on the dark blue, or the mid-tone blue. What's in the back of this? Oh, that's cameras. I don't know that I want to cut into either one of these. I won't have enough of this. So, what to do? What if this is Honeybee Green and Grunge? I have not touched this yet, but considering one of the papers that Melody had included, or sorry, Meredy had included, was a nice gray wood grain. What if we did something like that, or the black, or like this really dark black? too dark. Maybe the lighter is a better one. Oh, and then there's this white-ish. Can you hear that bird? I think it's crazy. What if, okay, so it's like a 2 different color deal. What if we did, what's this here, brown? I don't know that I want to get into brown. Like there's this red stripe that leans kind of brown, but that's not. Not enough of a contrast. So then we'll go with this dark one. And let's just do a few of them. What about this guy? Let's see what's the what. Because I haven't used this set yet. So we'll use the long ones, and I guess I have to trim this down so it'll fit. All these. Well, what are the alphas? They are. So I need 2 inches. Do I want them running that way or that? I think we'll go horizontal. Now, just hope this works. So I think what I have to do is I have to run 2, like one of each color. Kitty, can you leave the birds alone, please? You can't get at them through the glass. You ding-a-ling. And, okay. So... I kind of want, okay, M-O, V, I, E, and then I think I can even fit the D on. Okay, now, I should probably tape those, huh? All right. Let's see how this... The only thing I don't like about this is, so the handle's on the right-hand side, and, oh, shite. You have to pull it towards you. And if I have it on the, like, you prefer to, maybe I shouldn't. Can you tell I don't use this very often? Come on, you. Do I have it too close to the end, maybe? Come on. All right. Well. You guys see everything here, warts and all. Oh, and we've already started. All right, well, indenting into it. Let's do. And I do have the new Spellbinders one that I haven't even opened to, well, I opened to make sure the pieces were there. I haven't looked to see how it's going to work. All right, so let's run this through once more with the gray. Where to put it? It's right here. It's more white than gray. I guess that's what's throwing me off. Kitty, honestly. No. Here I was thinking I was all organized. I always forget to grab something. Okay. I am just going to run the M to start with here, because then I can do the rest off camera, and then you don't have to watch this painful process and listen to my cat bashing into the window like a lunatic. All right, how are these gonna look? And then the question is, do we want the white on top or the dark on top for the purposes of this layout? I'll get out. Oh, I should have out my new little Sizzix tool. Where do you suppose I put it? That's the question. Huh. Oh, Tara. Okay. So essentially, we want it to look decent on this as well as this. So oh no, we're going to have them all on the bottom piece. So that will have the white. Okay. Let's see here. So I think the dark piece has to go on the bottom. I must have torn that. Or did that happen when the things were moving? Maybe. Okay, so that goes like that, and that goes in like that. That's kind of slick, huh? Now, do I want to, you know what I think I'm gonna try to glue the bottom one down and then maybe use some foam adhesive to pop that up. Or would that look goofy? I wish I was able to have just a solid piece to go in behind, but I might have to run this one again. I think there's a little piece missing. Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Okay, so what have we decided? I'm going to distress the edges on this. And I'm going to get my letters made and kind of get some stuff tacked down. And who knows, the way I go, I probably will be done before I come back. So we'll see. I don't know why I bother saying I'm going to come back and finish it off with you, because I never do. I just finish it as I'm going. So this is how it turned out. Instead of making these clusters, I just kind of left them as their own thing and just did a cluster here and kind of, so pretty well everything I had pulled I used. Nothing too complicated here. I love how that the alphas turned out with the die cuts, but it's gonna take me some doing to get used to. I like them to pop up a little bit more. I mean, the way that the two colors work, it does look very dimensional, but I still like to pop it up a little bit. So I'm gonna probably end up having to do a couple of different layers to get it to look that way. Look, I've got some glue. It's bugging me here. They're fiddly, so I will use them again. Like it's not that I'm never going to use them, but it's something new for me. I don't usually cut individual letters out, so yeah. But overall, I think, despite this being a 2-page layout, I think I got it pretty close to, I think you can definitely tell where the inspiration came from. And I'm pretty happy with it. I'm glad to have used this kit that I've had for quite a while, and this picture that's been over a year. And I used up some brads that I've had kicking around for, what year was this? These are old. So I just had added some in just to use them up. Used a flare. Yeah. So anyway, that is it for round 11. Now I can get on to round 12, and there's a lot more than 2 that I have to finish up in that, but it's nice to have one done. And yeah. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for popping in and hanging out, and we will talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.